9 years after Glenn was slain by the Walking Dead, Negan is developing Glenn's son, Herschel, into a villain in The Walking Dead, Dead City. The second season of Dead City has focused more on Herschel, Glenn, and Maggie's son. Herschel was born in the original Walking Dead series but never met his father, who was slain by Negan at the beginning of Season 7. While the antagonist later went through a reformation narrative, his conflict with Maggie has remained constant, even more than a decade later in The Walking Dead's timeline. This conflict was a major issue in Season 1, when the Croat kidnapped Herschel and demanded Maggie deliver Negan to Manhattan in return for her son. She complied since she distrusted the former villain. However, despite the fact that every other individual in Dead City has adopted a definite stance, Herschel has supported both Manhattan and the New Babylon Federation since his return. Season 2 has proven that he has some devotion to his previous kidnappers, which is closely related to Negan's position in the tale. It explains his progress as a character, while also hinting to a possibly malevolent future. Negan has had a direct impact on Maggie and Herschel's relationship, which explains why the mother and son aren't very close. Throughout the original series, Maggie questioned Negan's conversion, becoming preoccupied with what he had done to Glenn. However, the Walking Dead series finale appeared to bring their conflict to a close, as she said that she would accept that he had been reformed, but that she could never forgive him for his actions. However, Dead City revealed that their fascination persisted long after their final interaction on the original broadcast. Herschel himself acknowledges this at the end of Dead City Season 1, criticizing Maggie for her years-long grudge over Negan killing Glenn. He doesn't feel a deep connection to his mother because of this, since it appears she's been more concerned about what happened to her husband than giving proper attention to her son. Negan killing Glenn has caused generational effects, as the grief and anger Maggie feels has ruined her relationship with Herschel. This years-long obsession also makes it more difficult for her to break away from it. Dead City Season 2, Episode 3 revealed that, although being held captive, Herschel was granted some freedom by the Dama. She permitted him to draw and even let him out of his prison cell to sketch the Manhattan skyline. Their chats revealed how much she seemed to care for him, showering him with mother tenderness that Maggie never genuinely offered him. While it was evident that the Dama was pushing him to become a mole for the New Babylon Federation, the conduct spoke to him because he had never been treated that way before. This is what prompts him to send out a smoke signal in Season 2, Episode 2, informing the Dama that New Babylon is planning a scouting mission to Manhattan. In turn, Negan and the Croat bombard their boat with methane-filled zombies, forcing them to board a life raft and killing the group's leader, Charlie Bird. Herschel's choices leave the gang trapped in Central Park. However, he is not wholly to fault. If Negan had not piqued the Dama's attention, the young boy would not have become involved in the struggle for the city. Despite being the source of Maggie and Herschel's schism, Negan remains determined to assist her son. His intentions are motivated by his morality, which holds that killing children is bad, as well as his desire to make apologies for his previous wrongdoings. This is why, in Season 2, Episode 3, he kills a Barazi member to protect Herschel while covertly betraying the gang. Herschel is clearly conflicted about this, aiming at Negan but missing him. He eventually disappears, leaving the small child to be rescued by the foragers. Negan had a key and tragic role in Herschel's current character journey, which could lead to him becoming The Walking Dead, Dead City's next villain if he doesn't realize how he's been used. However, this will need significant adjustments for several characters, with Negan being more forthright in betraying the Dama, and Maggie finally letting go of the past. If figures other than the Dama fail to guide Herschel toward a brighter future, Negan may have unintentionally turned him into a huge menace. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.